and I have various participation on the meeting. So I'll do introductions. So Councillor Rabia Jiva, and there is no particular order. I'm just going to go off what I can see on my screen. Councillor Crossley, you're on mute.
Sorry, yeah, Councillor Crossley, Kersley Ward.
Thank you very much. Councillor Price.
Councillor Price, West Thornton North and Ungerhill.
Thank you. And Councillor Williamson.
Councillor Samantha Williamson, Horwich and Black Road South.
Thank you. And then I've got officers, Graham.
Yeah, Graham Wilson, Borough Treasurer, covering for the deputy that is on holiday. I'm the deputy to the deputy, so I'm afraid I'm third choice. Thank you.
Thank you. Geraldine.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Geraldine Whitehead, Assistant Director for Inclusive Education and Learning.
Brilliant. Paul.
Hi, I'm Paul Rankin, Deputy Director in Children's Services.
Thank you. Vicky.
Hi, I'm Vicky Ridge, Democratic Services Manager.
Brilliant. Councillor Galloway.
Thank you. Councillor for Heaton, Lostock and Tumor.
Thank you. Nikki.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Nikki Litchmore. I'm the Assistant Director for Children's Social Care and Early Help.
Thank you. Sandra.
Good afternoon, councillors. I'm Sandra Bruce, Director of Children's Services.
Thank you. Clive.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon all. I'm Clive McIntosh, Interim Head of Legal Services.
Brilliant. Thank you. Councillor Rigby.
Councillor Rigby, Horwich North.
Thank you. Councillor Baggy Khan.
Councillor Baggy Khan, Halliwell Ward.
Thank you. Councillor Clark. You're on mute, Councillor Clark.
Councillor Clark, West Thornton South.
Thank you. So I've got nobody else on any other screens. Vicky, apologies for these meetings.
We've not received any.
Thank you. Any questions beforehand that have been submitted? Can we just confirm, Vicky? Have we had any?
No.
Nope, thank you. So we'll go straight into the agenda items. Just to confirm, all paperwork and documentation has been circulated with ample time, and all reports that we are considering today have been circulated and no questions have been pre-sent. So what we'll do, we'll go through each item with the officers leading and going through the recommendations. And what we'll do ask is then I will take questions towards the end, if that's okay. So then the officers can take the questions and then we can formally approve or discuss moving forward. Vicky, shall we go for the first agenda item, monitoring of decisions?
Yeah, that's fine, thank you.
Okay, noted.
Yeah, no, and there's nothing to come off. Everything at the moment is in progress.
Thank you. So we note that currently, please. Okay, so we'll go straight into the items to discuss. So I'm going to start with the Best Start Inclusion Funding 2026 to 2029 reports being circulated. Can I have the officer to take us through that? I am flicking between screens, so it will be
It's
on
myself,
this one.
Councillor.
Thank you.
Myself. Thank you. Good afternoon, councillors. This is a request building on our Best Start Family Hub work that we've started, which I know some of you heard at last week's scrutiny committee. This is a request for 9 inclusion practitioners and 1 Family Hub senior practitioner. The total cost is £440,129. The cost will be met from our DFE grant of £7.7 million that we've received. The roles will work within our family hubs and also within family homes to continue to carry out the 18-month development check that we do with our babies in the borough, and also to pick up on any additional support that we're seeing from those checks that were taking place. So any families that are needing additional support, whether that be around speech, language and communication, with feeding, with uptake of 2-year-olds, and any support that we can provide to ensure that those babies are taking up their full offer in terms of our nursery settings and also our ready for school to help us to meet our good level of development target that we've been set of 72.8%. I'm happy to take any questions or comments.
Okay, open to councillors to ask any questions or any observations, etc. If you could please indicate. No, so I don't see any indication of this. So we look to recommend approve the permanent establishment
Can I move approval?
Can I second the approval, please?
Okay, so we move as the recommendation per papers, Vicky. So can we please note that? Okay, so we'll move it on to the next item, agenda item. So we'll go for the Family Hub. Have I? We did the inclusion. Oh, Family Hubs 2026 to 2029 commissioning arrangements for inclusion and engagement. Papers were circulated. So, officer, if we can go through that.
Thank you, Chair. I'll take you through this if that's okay.
Thank
So
you.
this builds on the report that Geraldine just mentioned. This and also contributes to our Best Start Family Hubs offer and our programme for 26-29. So in addition to the internal staffing that we have for our Family Hubs, we also have a number of grant agreements and a number of arrangements with third parties to deliver. And this is an extension of those arrangements. So we are looking to basically commission additional arrangements through CVS. There's an elements of small grants. There's a faith sector engagement proposal, additional SEND support, extending our stay and play sessions, and additional parenting support that we're looking to award grants for as part of this. So the exec cabinet member is recommended to accept the grant funding and approve the allocation of grant funding to those organisations detailed in the report running from August 26 till March 29. And then further delegated decision making will be to the Director of Children's Services, and we're asking for also the authorisation for the Borough Solicitor to carry out any necessary legal formalities. Happy to take any further questions.
Okay, colleagues, anybody? Councillor Galloway?
Thank you, Chair. I meant to raise it in the last one. I just wanted to ask about the family hubs. There are 8 of them now. Where these services that are going to be provided, they're not just going to be through family hubs, because I know, my area doesn't have anywhere near a family hub. There's nowhere near my area. And I think the initial idea was to make it very accessible. And I did notice you're going into more places of worship. So I don't know whether that kind of indicates that you're going to other places rather than just provide everything through these family hubs.
If I can come back on that,
Yep.
Chair, and then others may want to add to this. So everything that we deliver, even though we've got 8 family hubs, is delivered through a family hub network. And the family hub network can include schools, it can include community centres, it can include faith establishments and lots of other things, including health centres, GP surgeries, etc. So we really are trying to reach all of the population through our family hub offer. And the faith sector is one of those sectors that could give us additional reach, which is why we're looking for things through this commission. But others may want to add to that and may want to add more detail.
Does that answer your question, Councillor Galloway?
No, that's quite reassuring, Paul. Thanks.
Thank you. Any other questions? Okay, on that basis, no indication, and I can't see any hands going up. We recommend to approve as per or recommendations, Vicky. Thank you. So we're going to move it on to item number 4, section 19, AP commissioning arrangements. Again, the documentation has been circulated. No previous questions have been submitted. Again, we'll go through the report and then take any questions. So if I can ask officers to take us through the next item.
Thank you, Chair. I'll take you through this as well. So as a local authority, we're responsible under Section 19 of the Education Act for arranging suitable education when children are excluded from school or when children are absent from school because of illness or other reasons and can't access suitable education. We have arrangements in place at the moment with Bolton Impact Trust, and we are seeking to extend those arrangements and look to put in a 12-month contract award to them while we look at markets and see what we can do in terms of making sure going forward we have we can satisfy everything under the new Procurement Act that's recently come in. We have considered a number of options about how we move forward with the commissions, but the recommendation that we've come to and the best choice that we feel is award of a 12-month direct award from September 2026 to August 2027 for the delivery of alternative provision, and then to move forward and approve an open procurement tender for a 12-month contract for September 27 to August 28. And then to approve commission and procurement process to tender for a registered alternative provision contract from 1st of September 28 onwards for a term of 3 years, with an option of up to 2 12-month delegations. And that, again, if we're approved here, would be delegated to the authority of the Director of Children's Services to formalise all the arrangements, and the Borough Solicitor to carry out any legal formalities. Conscious there's a lot of detail in that report and some of it's quite complex, so I'm sure if there's any questions, either myself or others on the call can help.
Okay, so members, again, documentation was circulated. Is there any observations or questions? Councillor Galloway.
Thank you, Chair. When there's been an increase in the number of pupils requiring AP, there might be in the report, maybe I didn't read it carefully enough. Is there a breakdown of the proportion who are excluded compared to the proportion who are special needs that can't be accommodated in the mainstream schools?
So I'll respond to that, but Geraldine might want to jump in on this one as well. So the report details our use of alternative provision. When we're talking about SEND and placements for SEND, that generally doesn't class as alternative provision. Most of that is through SEND placements in either mainstream or special schools. But Geraldine may want to add more detail. I can see your hands up.
Yeah, happy to come in there, Councillor Galloway. This is for children that are either permanently excluded from our schools or that are struggling for other reasons to come into school, which are usually around medical reasons. This is not around children with education, health and care plans who would be dealt with under our SEND processes.
Thank you for that clarity, because that does help. Councillor Galloway, does that assist? Or
yeah,
anything?
it's just that you I thought it was that, but it's just that you included the numbers for EHCPs and just wondered why you did that in the beginning of the report. That's fine. Thanks.
So sorry, Councillor Galloway, if I may, just to clarify that. So if a student with an education, health and care plan is permanently excluded from a mainstream school, they will be included in these figures, but not the children with an education, health and care plan that are educated in one of our special schools.
Right, okay.
Okay, I hope that's clarified. Is that all right, Councillor Galloway? Okay, so
thank you.
Brilliant. Councillor Williamson?
Yeah, thank you, everyone. Really quickly on the 2-year open provision, will there be more options for, because I know we're talking about MAMP and different things, but will there be more options for college work, more hands-on here, things like that in the 2-year open one? Will it be more variety rather than just the basic bog standards of schools, if that makes sense, Geraldine? I know what I'm trying to ask you, but I'm sure you'll make sense of it.
If I may respond, Councillor Williamson, if that's okay, hopefully. So in terms of the provision that's provided for our children and young people that are permanently excluded, there is a vocational offer within there, which is around construction in the main, also animal care, and also some physical sports and coaching within there. So that is already part of the existing contract in terms of the curriculum that our young people experience with Bolton Impact Trust, because we often know that some of these young people are struggling to stay in an environment with the curriculum as it currently is. That's something that we absolutely want to consider, and we'll continue working on that. And obviously you'll be aware that there's a national curriculum review, which is due to report any time in terms of how schools may adapt their curriculums in the future. So we hopefully wait for the outcome of that, and absolutely fingers crossed for everyone in terms of some of those changes that we'd all welcome to the system. And Interestingly as well, we're also working with Bolton College as a secondary partnership for our children and young people that are in our secondary schools. So there's a vocational offer starting from September where a number of our schools are taking their year 10 students as part of their GCSE offer over to Bolton College to do a vocational qualification across a number of areas. And we're hopeful that that will be successful, and we'll build on that and grow and continue for that for many of our young people who would like that vocational option and maybe not able to have that provision and expertise within their school.
Yeah, that's what led me to the question. Thanks very much for that, Geraldine, because I know that we've taken up on the offer at our school. So yeah, thank you for that.
Thank you.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. Any other questions or indication comments? Okay, so based on that, I note the report and approve the recommendations as directed, Vicky. Thank you. So we'll go on to our next item, which is our last item, item number 5, proposed module 6, place send SEMH unit at the Gates Community Primary School. Again, the report has been circulated, and we will let, is it Geraldine, you're taking us through that report? Or is it Paul?
This one's me again, Chair.
Okay,
so I'll
that's
just give you
fine.
the background and see others
Thank
may
you.
want to jump in as well with questions. So again, this is part of our Belonging in Bolton approach to trying to keep children in Bolton as much as possible and not educated outside of Bolton, especially when they've got additional needs. So we know that we need to create some more SEMH provisions, so social, emotional and mental health focused support within Bolton, which will help prevent us placing children outside of Bolton at a significant additional cost to the council. So this proposal is looking to create a 6-place SEND unit at the Gates School following an expression of interest that went out to all schools last year. And we have completed a feasibility exercise, and the recommendation that we are putting forward is to put in a modular classroom, which is assessed as the best way of meeting the demand. So we are looking for approval to progress this and with design and procurement to enable occupation by January 2027, and approve the capital budget of up to 500k to deliver the scheme, and delegate authority to the Director of Children's Services in consultation with procurement to procure and negotiate, finalise the arrangements and authorise the borough solicitor to deal with any formalities. Happy to take any questions.
Thank you very much. And I suppose for me, it's really important that we're looking at borough support as opposed to going externally and the costs incurring. So I think from this report, it does define bringing services back and keeping them locally. And that's the driver that we're taking here. And it's important that we do hear that, but it's how we do it safely, effectively and properly for our children in the borough. So any questions? Any indication, any comments? Okay, so based on that, and I've got no indication, Vicky, I recommend as per recommendation set out in the report.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much, everybody. And again, just a quick one for myself. If you feel that, you know, new councillors that have joined on, and we've got experienced councillors again, if there is anything that you need clarity or you want to go through or get more understanding, because I do understand there's a lot of paperwork that gets sent out beforehand, please do use the opportunity to send in any questions or just drop us an email. One of the team members, the directorate, will support you, or myself. So please don't feel that these meetings are going fast. You have got the opportunity to engage, seek clarification or some clear understanding around the agenda items that have been set. Okay, so on that basis, I will, if there's no any other business, we'll close the meeting down. Thank you very much, and we'll see you soon. Take care, everybody. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye now.
Bye.